Hi, welcome to my channel, Danette Gets Creative. I'm Danette, and I'm trying a whole different setup tonight. As I've mentioned maybe before, I'm not at home, so I'm kind of making do with what I have. If you guys could see how this camera is set up, you'd probably giggle, but it's set up. I hope it's okay. I know it's not going to be perfect, but at least it's going to be something. And hopefully my voice level will be okay. So let's talk about where I'm at. My work in progress. I think the last video I showed you was adding this piece of doily. I added another little piece of embroidery that came off of the doily. I kind of wish I had cut this spot out and didn't have as much white in there. But my thought is maybe putting some buttons in there. But I found these in my mom's stash, and being home, I found lots of little fun things that I want to put on here. What I also did was, these two pieces actually came from a pillowcase, and it was a zippered pillowcase. So I took the zipper out and I placed it in here. So now what I want to do is I want to sew up the sides, close up the sides, because I'm thinking it'd be a pouch for projects, or I've been doing a lot of reading, so I thought it could be a pouch that holds some of my books. So right now I've just kind of put it together where I think that I want it to be. And the reason why I've created the way it is because I like this corner on the front, and if I adjust it too much one way or the other, then I can't see the word create. So then if I go too far this way, the top gets too small. So I think that I found the right equalness, if that's right. So what I did was I found that this was the best, I don't know, the best layout, I guess. So then I just pinned it just so that, or clipped it just so that I had it where I wanted it. So you can see I have a little piece of lace here that I want to, it's all from the same thing. I want to sew it down, but I want to put down some edging. So before I do that, I just want to show you how I've done some stitching in here. I love the texture. You know, you can see I went one way and then I went the other way. Down here I created texture with different colors, different directions. I added this texture here, some X's, and then on the back as well, added some of that texture one way, texture the other way, 2 strands, you know, 3 strands, just ways to create texture. And I just love the feel of it. It feels awesome. So I do want to add more buttons, especially like I said, maybe in this spot, because I think that's too much white. I should have cut it out, but we're not going to worry about that. What I want to worry about now is choosing a material to go down the edge. So I found some on my mom's stash, and I'm just going to try to see, do I want blue down the edge? Let's see what it would look like. This down the edge, blue. I found this wild green. Green down the edge? No. That's just a little too wacky for me. Then I found this pink. Let's see what it looks like down the edge. This is where I kind of went, when I picked it out, I thought this might be the one. Oh, I'm thinking this might be the one. Pink. That's a positive for sure. Almost 100%. And then I found this one. So let's see what this one looks like down the edge. Oh, I like that one too. What would it look like on this side? Ooh, choices. Oh, yep, nope, I'm gonna go with the lighter one. I thought it was gonna be the pink one, but nope, I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just rip a strip about 1.5 wide, maybe. 2 strips, about 1.5 wide, so that I can do the front and the back. So let's give this a little rip. And then let's do a second one. Let's just measure it. Give it a little snip. Oh, that's an awkward way to hold your scissors. Do what works, right? Okay, and I'm just gonna stop it there. Okay, let's get rid of this big piece. I can definitely see that being a project for another day because there's quite a bit of material here. I wonder what my mother would have been planning on doing with that. Don't know. Okay, so now I have 2 pieces. One that will go down one side, one that will go down the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this to the side for a second, and I'm just going to fold it in half and kind of just do a finger press on it. So that I have that center crease. So that it's kind of folded. I've got a bit of a crease. I won't have to fiddle with it. It'll hopefully stay creased. So just a little finger press. Strings everywhere. Okay, 1. And then let's do the same with this one. Same thing. Match it up. Do a finger press. Match it up. Why pull out the iron, right? We don't need the iron. There we go. 2. Let's bring back the project. And then what I'll do is start on this side. And I've cut extra just because I'd rather have more than not enough. So there's what it would look like if I folded it completely over. I don't want that much on the side. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to also fold that over so that it's a different, so fold it in and fold it over. And I'm just going to tuck a pin in it here. And I'm going to have to do one side at a time. And I'm going to leave a little bit at the top so I can figure out a way to finish the edge off. So then I'm just going to go down and finish pinning this on the sides here. All the way down. Tuck a couple of pins in it. Gosh, I hope you can still see what I'm doing. I hope I'm still in camera because I really can't see my screen. So I'm kind of winging it a little bit. So be patient with me as I wing this. I'm sure this is pretty easy for people anyway, but I just want to show you my process. So now I'm just going to flip onto the back and do the same thing. Fold it over, pin it, fold it over, pin it, and then I should be able to sew through it. My hands are pretty tired today. I was doing some painting today, some ceiling painting, which is not so fun because it's all above your head work. So I feel like my arms are about 6 feet long and made of rubber tonight. So we'll see if I can sew through all these layers or not. It might be something that I just get pinned tonight and pause the video and come back after it's all sewn together. Okay, so there's one side. I'm gonna leave these little tails. Think about this here. Well, I guess what I could do is just do it now. Get crazy, Danette. Cut her. Tuck it in like this. And there we go. That'll work. I'm sure there's a better way to do that, but at the end I'll just slip stitch this together right here and it'll create the edge. Ouch, sharp pin. It'll create the edge for me. Ouch. So down here I'll do the exact same. I'll just snip it now. Why wait, right? Snip it now. I could save these little bits. I could maybe add these little bits somewhere on it to tie it all together. Oh my gosh, these projects. You just think you're done and then boom, something else comes into your mind and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna try that. Oh, too big, didn't it? Yeah, just when we think we're finished, hey? The project. I'm fumbling with this one a little bit, aren't I? My goodness. You are watching me fumble. We all do it though, right? It's part of our creative process. There we go. Just persevere. Stick with it. Okay, let's pop a pin in that. Oh, that's a dull pin. Get rid of that one. There we go. And then I'll just put one on the other side because it's a little extra thick down here because the project that I put on here that says create on the other side, it's actually got some wadding in it. So it's made this corner quite thick. Okay, so there, that's one side. I think that will help you realize what I'm gonna do with the other side. So I will pause the video and I will put this side down. I will stitch it all together and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like when it's finished. So remember, I put this in here, just a little recap, and then I folded this and I put a pin in it. And then I will flip it over and I will do the other side as well, just so that I can have that binding on both sides. Okay? Make sense? Okay, I'll pause the video and I will see you soon. Okay, hi, I'm back. So let's take a moment to show you that I put the sides on, and as I mentioned earlier, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get through it or not after doing all my painting today. So what I ended up doing is just whip stitching it all the way around, front and back. Instead of going through, in and out, I whip stitched it. Then what I did was, remember that I think I talked about this spot, how I didn't like it, it was too empty. So I took some of the edge and I put it through to kind of balance it out. I've added a few buttons. I'll add a few more buttons when I get home. I don't have very many buttons here. Sewed down the piece of lace, and then I put another patch on the back to match and another patch down here to match. So what I want to do now is I just want to make a little pull for the zipper. So I took a little piece of scrap, I folded it over, and then I just did some running stitches on it. I left the frayed edge because I thought it was kind of cute, the frayed edge. And now what I have is I just have a piece of embroidery floss. I'm gonna zip it through here. I say that, but let's see if it's actually gonna work. Zip it through. There we go. Pull it through. And then I just want to attach it onto the zipper. So my thought is that I will go through one more time, if I can fit it through one more time. Let's see. Yep. And then I can pull it tight. Tight-ish. Let's try again. Tight-ish. Yeah, there it is. And then I can just tie it off. I'm making this look more complicated than it needs to be. Tie it off. There we go. think what I'll do is let's cut this little needle off now so I stop poking myself. And then what I'll do is I'll leave the tassels, but maybe, let's try this. Make a little bow. And then double knot it. Can I double knot it though? That's the question. Is it too small to double knot? Are my fingers too big to double knot it? You're probably watching me struggle right now. The struggle is real. I wet my fingers. Maybe that'll help. It's tiny. Come on. I can do this. It's gonna work. Yeah. Cute little bow. Leave the little tassels. Leave the little strings. Adds a little more detail. And there I have a pull. And I think that it'll fit a book, you know, or it'll fit a project. Not really sure what I'm going to use it for, but it definitely will fit a book, a project. You can see all my stitching inside, but that's okay because it's mine. It doesn't really matter. Use my zipper pull. So I'll show you up close on the stitching. I will add more buttons when I get home. My favorite part is probably this. I really like this. I love my word create. And then I just love the textures. I love the way it feels. It's gonna be fun just to hold in my hands, and I'm sure there's other things I add once I get home and find some more buttons, or unless while I'm still doing some cleaning and stuff here, I might find some of my mom's buttons, or who knows. Might find some other treasures that I want to add, and I'll add it. I like this pull here. Let me know what you think. What do you think of this little pull idea? Hey? I kind of made that on the fly because I didn't want to deal with that little tiny zipper. Yeah, it's cool. Could even, I'm thinking now after, you could make the tab or the pull bigger and you could stitch somebody's name in it. So this is Danette's, or you know, if you're making it for someone, you could put their name, Charlie, or you know, Lisa, somebody's name on here. That'd be a cool idea, cool way to personalize it. Well, there you have it. Finish this. Hope you've enjoyed that. I appreciate all of you keep coming back and watching my videos. Sorry I've been gone so long, but you know, life gets in the way. So here I am, trying my best to put a few more out there for you. There we go. Well, thanks again. Take care of yourselves. See you again soon. Bye.